Hello friends, today I'll be talking about the user research methods. In the last video, I have covered how we define the user. You can see that link in the below description. And this video is a continuation of the last video wherein we will explore the most used user research methods across the world. So this is a part one. So what I have done, I have covered the 4 user research methods into 2 parts. Today we'll cover the part 1. So let's start. One is the user interview. Second is the surveys. Third is the field studies. Fourth one is the data analysis. So we'll cover the first 2 methods in today's video. So first one is user interviews. So here are the 3 basic rules that we need to follow in user interviews. First one is the establishing the background of the user interview. This is a very important step, setting the background of the user interview, setting the context, setting the requirements of the user interview. That is the most important thing you should start with. Second would be the contextual questions pertaining to the user interviews. So we should be prepared with the questions that we are asking for the user interviews. And third one, once we gather the data based on a contextual question and answers, we create a summary or we wrap up the user interview process. The next set of important information pertaining to user interviews is elements of user interview. So what are the elements that we cover in user interview? First one is the question. So under question would be prepare a set of questions that you want to ask users. That should be very specific questions. It should not divert the users from their goal. Second would be listening. This is very important aspect in user interview. So like ensure that you allow users to speak and listen attentively to their answer. Third would be interruptions. Do not interrupt an interviewee unnecessarily while he or she is answering your questions. And the fourth one is the etiquette. Always be polite and professional during interviews. Empathize with the user. So second user research method is surveys. So in surveys, we come to know that who are our users or who are your users, what your user wants, what they think about your product, where they shop, what they own, what they think of your brand or product overall. User surveys typically consist set of questions used to assess a participant's preference, attitudes, characteristics, and opinions on a given topic. So effective questions and good survey design are important for generating quality data and maximizing completion rates. Poor questions, on the other hand, result in poor feedback that cannot be relied upon. So let's see some common type of surveys. First one is marketing. So you come to know that your user is really interested using a product or app. Second is the assessment. What do you want or what are your users looking for? Third one is the evaluation. Will it work for your users? No. So let's evaluate it. Third is evaluation. And the fourth one is demographic. You come to know who are your users or from where they belong. So at last, let's look at some survey questions. How do we form a survey questions? So always provide questions appropriate for the audience. Questions need to be easy to understand to the users. Avoid questions that contain 2 concepts. Logical flow of questions should be there. Avoid answers that overlap. Use open-ended questions, as I said earlier. Use balanced rating scale. Objective questions lead to factual answers. And the last, interval questions or answers on a scale based rather than yes or no answer. It helps to form your survey questions. So that's it guys for today's video. So I have covered 2 methods in today's video and the next 2 methods I will cover in my next video. So if you like my video, please subscribe to the channel and please give your comments below. Thank you guys.